don't care how hot she is. I don't care that you've been boys since kindergarten. I don't even care that it's your mom. If there are people in your life that are causing you to compromise the things that we're going to talk about today, you need to run away because you're amazing and you deserve nothing but the best. Number one is never ever compromise what you want out of life. What are your goals? What are your dreams? They're up to you, not somebody else. It's not up to your mom or your dad to dictate or decide where you go or what you do. It's not up to your wife or your girlfriend. It's your life, your job. And the truth is that people and men that compromise what they want out of life, then one day, boom, you're like, wait a second. I've been living my life for everybody else for way too long. And life is short. You realize that you need to do whatever you need to do. And then guess what? You end up leaving your wife. You end up leaving your kids. You end up sleeping with that sassy ass secretary named Janice. Oh my God, I never saw it coming. I saw it coming because you compromised. Never, ever compromise what you want out of life. Number two is never compromise who you love. Right? This one is a big one. I don't want you to listen to the media. I don't want you to listen to your parents. I don't want you to listen to anybody except you and your heart. What does your heart say? It's nobody's damn business who you sleep with or where you stick your dick. It's yours. Do not allow somebody else to tell you or shame you or making you think that it's wrong or immoral. It's nobody's business what you do and who you do it with. As long as it's not with the chicken or illegal, it's cool. Don't listen. Which brings me to number three, your morals. Gentlemen, every single one of us has a moral compass. Things that we know are right, things that we know that are wrong. And if you're around somebody that is forcing you to choose between what you know to be right and what you feel is wrong, you need to get the hell away from these people because they're going to continue to make you compromise your morals. And this is something that you know is going to do permanent damage to your soul, not to mention the way that you feel about yourself and your self-esteem. Integrity. Never compromise your integrity and what you know and feel is right in your soul for anybody. It doesn't matter how spicy that ass is, don't do it. The next thing you should never compromise for anybody is your health, physically or mentally or emotionally. Guys, and this is one that's big, right? If you're in a relationship and you are getting the feeling that they don't want you to exercise or work out or take care of your body, or they're trying to convince you to eat poorly or drink or do drugs, get away from this person. They're not right for you. If there's somebody in your life that makes you feel bad about yourself because they put you down, they don't uplift you, if they make you feel small or insignificant or make you feel dumb or like you're stupid, you need to get the hell away from them. If you feel worse after being with somebody, this person is somebody that you should never be with. Now, unfortunately, some of these people are our parents or our family members. The number one thing that you need to do is protect yourself. And if that means you don't spend as much time with them, then do it. If it means having hard conversations, going to therapy, do it. If it means you basically never seeing them again because they do that much damage to your self-esteem and you need to take a break, do it. Never compromise your style for somebody else. One of the big mistakes that I see guys making is that they'll start dating somebody, right? And they'll let their woman or their girlfriend pick out what they're wearing. The truth is that women have zero clue about men's style. They're too worried about themselves. You think for a second a woman is thinking about you and what you should be wearing to maximize your sexiness or to make you look incredible? The answer is no. Gentlemen, never let a woman pick out your clothing. It's your job. It's your responsibility. Which brings me to the next thing that you should never compromise, and that is your grooming and the way that you smell, right? A lot of guys get into a relationship and they let themselves go, right? They get a little sloppy. They let their hair get all crazy. They don't powder their nuts. They don't wear an incredibly effective natural deodorant. They also don't wear a fragrance that speaks to them. They let their girlfriend choose their fragrance, which is the worst thing you can do unless you want to smell like your ex-boyfriend. If that's the case, then fine. But that's what's going to happen. Gentlemen, do not let her pick out your fragrance. You need to surprise her. You need to inspire her. You need to titillate her senses and make her want to rip your clothes off. And when they're off, your balls better smell fresh as hell, which is why I've got an incredible offer for you. Right now, for a limited time, you're going to get for $50, which regular price of this is $84, which means it's $34 off. You get to pick whichever Pete and Pedro fragrance you want, whether or not it's Legend, it's Villain, it's King, it's Hero, it's Rebel. You get to pick whichever fragrance you want. It's your choice, a full-size bottle. Retail value of that is $50, but you're also gonna get a deodorant, the Fresh deodorant. It's a eucalyptus spearmint. It's natural, which means you're not gonna be rubbing toxic chemicals under your pits. This stuff is amazing and it smells incredible, but your balls are gonna smell even better because you're gonna get a full-size Fresh ball powder. This stuff is talc-free. It's not only gonna keep your balls smelling amazing, it's gonna keep them dry, and a little sprinkle of this up your booty crack to make sure you don't get swamp ass. Right now, for a limited time, if you use the code DATING34, you're gonna get the ultimate dating package for $34 off. Regular price of this package, guys, is $84, but if you use the code DATING34, you're getting it for $50. All the information is gonna be linked down below. Gentlemen, do not wait. I want you to smell better than all your friends. Praise Jesus, you smell incredible, which brings me to the next thing that you should never compromise, and that is your beliefs and your religion. All right, now this one's an important one, as in like really important. If you're like a devout like Christian or Catholic and you're dating somebody that's like atheist or they're like Muslim or like whatever, even though right now you're like, it's okay, we're in love, it doesn't even matter, we're cool. She understands, gentlemen. She understands now, you understand now, but when you actually impregnate her and raise a kid, it's not gonna be a simple thing. You need to make sure that you are aligned and do not just basically do what she wants. You've got to be true to yourself, because when you don't, this is when bad things happen, like midlife crisis. Personally, I don't believe in midlife crisis. I believe in a midlife adjustment. Men finally open their eyes to what they want, because too often we do and live our lives for somebody else, when the truth is that if you started earlier or you didn't get into the trouble in the first place by actually following your dreams and your path and listening to that inner voice, you would never have a midlife crisis. You would never freak out and go sleep with your sassy secretary Janice. When we compromise our principles, our morals, our ethics, what we believe in, this is when all hell and havoc breaks loose. Now at the time, you can push it down and kind of try to ignore it, but it always comes back. It always comes back to bite you in the ass. And so the best rule of thumb is don't do it. The other thing you should never, ever, ever compromise is self-esteem. Your belief and your confidence in yourself and your ability. If there's anything in your life that is causing you to doubt that, if there's anybody in your life that is causing you to not feel good about yourself, you need to run away. I made a video talking about basically me getting away from somebody that was toxic for me. It's not that they were a bad person, but they were bad for me, because whenever I was around them, I would feel worse about myself. I would give them myself and I didn't get what I needed in return. If there's somebody in your life that you're giving and not getting anything in return, you need to readjust and reevaluate and possibly get away from them. Breaking up with somebody that's not good for you is one of the hardest things you'll ever do, because unfortunately, a lot of times we become like almost codependent with these people, right? And they know that they can take advantage of you. They know that you're going to give of yourself and you're going to be kind and do what they want you to do. But we, on the flip side, need to stop actually going back for more. Literally, it's like a beaten dog. We keep going back to these people that are bad for us because we think someday they're going to reciprocate or love us the way that we need to be loved, which will never happen ever in a million years. You need to focus on loving yourself. That's number one. And if you're not feeling good about yourself, you need to do what you need to do to get there. A lot of times the reason why we feel bad or we're not inspired is because we've compromised something core or fundamental to who we are as men or as an individual. When you stop doing this, open your eyes and realize that you are the only one that matters. You only have one shot at this life, and there's only one person that you truly need to make happy, and that's you, because you're amazing.